I came out the gutter with a switchblade tongue, raised on a vision and a half-lit lung. Mama had a warrant, daddy had a debt. I learned to count bodies before I learned to count checks. Ain't no fairy tale, just a Glock and a prayer. I don't do dreams, I do warfare. They call me bitter, I call it receipts. I keep grudges like I keep heat. I don't do closure, I do revenge. I don't do peace, I do dead ends. I don't do love, I do leverage. I don't do hope, I do wreckage. I'm the type to smile while I load the clip. Say grace before I let it rip. I don't cry, I calculate. I don't beg, I detonate. I don't fold, I fracture. I don't plead, I capture. I don't chase, I corner. I don't flirt, I warn you. I don't forgive, I forget where you live. I don't break, I bend the bid. I don't talk, I testify. I don't run, I rectify. I don't need proof, I am the proof. I don't need truth, I am the truth. I don't need fame, I am the flame. I don't need names, I bring the game. I came from the basement, not the stage. I roll my bars in a holding cage. I spit like a felon, walk like a case. I don't do cute, I do erase. I don't do brunch, I do breach. I don't do soft, I do screech. I don't do trends, I do trauma. I don't do fans, I do drama. I don't do likes, I do legacy. I don't do calm, I do felony. I don't do shade, I do shadow. I don't do peace, I do ammo. I don't do clout, I do contracts. I don't do love songs, I do bomb tracks. I don't do apologies, I do artists. I don't do loyalty, I do deposits. I don't do silence, I do sirens. I don't do mercy, I do tyrants. I don't do secrets, I do subpoenas. I don't do followers, I do hyenas. I don't do soft spots, I do scars. I don't do healing, I do bars. I don't do therapy, I do threats. I don't do closure, I do debts. I don't do makeup, I do masks. I don't do favors, I do tasks. I don't do heartbreak, I do havoc. I don't do whispers, I do static. I don't do pity, I do power. I don't do flowers, I do fire. I don't do grace, I do grit. I don't do peace talks, I do hits. I don't do lullabies, I do war cries. I don't do goodbyes, I do alibis. I don't do soft landings, I do crashes. I don't do candles, I do ashes. I don't do hugs, I do hexes. I don't do text, I do Texas. I don't do romance, I do ransom. I don't do slow jams, I do tantrums. I don't do healing, I do haunting. I don't do waiting, I do hunting. I don't do closure, I do chaos. I don't do rules, I do layoffs. I don't do peace, I do panic. I don't do calm, I do manic. I don't do grace, I do grime. I don't do clocks, I do time. I don't do soft, I do steel. I don't do fake, I do real. I don't do love, I do leverage. I don't do hope, I do wreckage. I don't do dreams, I do damage. I don't do fame, I do famine. I don't do proof, I do prophecy.